What's up, people? It's your boy Urban coming to you once again. Want to share something real quick with a lot of you guys, my Laker fans. I try to bring as much information as I can. Like I said, I read articles and stuff like that. And also, I give you my opinions according to what I think. So, like I said, we all have opinions. You know what I mean? It's not about a debate, nothing like that. 'Cause at the end of the day, opinions are like, you know, buttholes. Everybody has one. So, with that being said, let me share something with y'all. Okay, the word is, and I'm not saying everybody said it, but through the comment section and stuff like that, a lot of not a lot of people, but some people they'll say that the duo of Russell and JC just can't work. I want to share a couple things with you guys. Number one, me personally, I think it can work, and why I say that, I go back to the beginning of the regular season. Keep this in mind: when Russell was running point, he wasn't aggressive. He was more of a passive type of player, trying to get other players involved. The biggest problem with that was we didn't have any shooters. Most of our guys were like interior type of players. You know what I mean? We didn't really have no shooters for him to really to utilize his ability to pass. So after that, then we decided that's when Kobe decided that he was going to retire. So everything changed and we started running more ISO plays. And as you notice over the course of time, when we started running ISO plays, everything was basically going through Kobe, So in retrospect of that, Kobe being the legend that he is, they honor and respect that. So Kobe called the ball, they gave it to him. And Byron Scott, gave Kobe the green light. Feed Kobe. He got us 5 championships. I'm not going to just push him to the back burner. But anyway, so the thing is, Jordan Clarkson is he's kind of bad on defense, and sometimes he's reckless. If you watch some of JC games, he's real reckless. And what I mean by that, you can look at Westbrook. That I compare JC to a Westbrook. You know what I mean? Like, and what I mean by that is like he really has to slow down. You know what I'm saying? If you look at JC game, he's always running, and sometimes he loses control of the ball. He turns it over. Well, and Russell turns it over too. I'm not going to just bang on JC. You know what I mean? But both of them have room to grow. Now, the reason why I say it's going to work is because, number one, Luke Walton, he's coming from Golden State, which everybody know. Golden State ran a triangle motion offense, which means it was a lot of ball movement. That's how Thompson and Curry were able to, get a good, efficient shots off because it was a lot of ball movement. You couldn't really play them zone or man-to-man because somebody's always going to be open. And one thing about it, they are very unselfish players. So here's where the Lakers will blossom in that. Us personally, and I know a lot of people might disagree, but to be honest with you, our young four, plus we probably get Brandon Ingram. I'm not too sure, but if we get Brandon Ingram, that'd be decent. But right now, our four, and I'm counting Larry Nance, and I know people say, well, Larry Nance, the only biggest problem is that he just didn't have confidence in his shot. He was the most electrifying guy around the rim. Let's be real. But I believe with that squad, them four right there, and plus if we get Ingram, even if he gets Simmons, doesn't matter. But we get one of them guys. With those four, we have a good nucleus of young players that can actually, I believe, can be better than Golden State. We proved that when we played Golden State and we beat them. A lot of people say, well, they were tired, this and that. No, Golden State came in with the thinking that we're going to blow these guys out. And these guys sit them home like, nah, y'all ain't blowing us out. We're going to do the opposite. We're going to blow you out. We're going to play aggressive ball, and we're going to be more motion offense. And I'm going to share something with a lot of people also with that. Remember Byron Scott said something about the Princeton offense. A lot of people said that, they've been running the Princeton offense. They really wasn't. They only did it during the summer league, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, during the summer league. They didn't run it until when Kobe got hurt. Once Kobe got hurt and they decided, like, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to implement it. And that was towards the end of the season. He even came on Laker Nation and spoke about it, that he's going to try to run it. So over the first couple games, it was kind of rusty because it was something new to them. That's why they got blown up by Atlanta and a couple other teams. But then you start seeing the game in like Golden State, Orlando, where they really was doing that thing until the Cleveland game. But Orlando and Golden State, they gave you a glimpse of how good they could play if they play, when they played together. You know what I mean? When they play unselfish basketball, all three of them were really rocking and rolling. And the duo of Clarkson and Russell was good. Nobody on Golden State or Orlando could stop him. They can just take him off the drill wherever they want. Russell can get his shot off because he's 6'5". He got a little weight on him. He can back players down. He got a nice little one-step. He got a nice little floater to the rim. And like I said, he also could play off the ball, too. I watched him with Hurts. When Hurts was setting him up, getting him nice little spot shots, and he was knocking him down. JC played pretty good off the ball playing with Russell and Hurts. A lot of people ain't really pay attention to that. He wasn't assistant. He was feeding off of them. They were getting them shots, getting them open, getting them playing. Yes, he got to be more consistent on his shots, but that started happening after Kobe and L. Williams came back. But during that time, when Kobe and L. Williams were out, these guys were balling. And a lot of people don't even know that. If you go back and look at the game, look at the month of March for both of them. Look at the month of March for Russell and for Jordan. Up until the game when they played Cleveland after the Golden State Orlando game. Look how they both were balling. They were balling real hard. And a lot of people ain't really pay attention to that. So in reality, I don't think nobody, and I'm just being biased here, I'm being biased. I don't think nobody really can stop them on offense. Only time people can stop them is really when they stop themselves. When they become reckless or they start taking crazy shots or whatever. But other than that, I don't really think no other guard can really stop them They can't guard them. Now, here's the problem. A lot of people say, well, JC ain't got defense. Guys, let's look at this. Number one, Byron Scott, bad coaching decision on him, and I'm going to tell you why. And this is the reason why I say the duo can work. On defense, they should have had JC playing the point on D instead of playing the two guard, because Russell would have been better playing the two guard because Russell is better at man-to-man defense. And they had Russell on a point guard instead of having JC on the point guard. Yeah, at the beginning, Russell was kind of slack, lackadaisious on some of the defense. He get caught a lot of times, so did JC. But I believe that Russell would have played better off the, playing the two guard defensive, and JC would play better playing the point guard defensive. Why? Because JC is smaller, he's a little faster, and they had him playing guys like Klay Thompson and them, man. Guys that was actually a couple inches taller than JC. So, yeah, it looked like he couldn't play nobody because these guys could shoot over him. You know what I mean? So, Byron Scott should have had him where JC was playing the point, had JC playing the point defense and Russell playing the two-guard defense. So, on offense, they could run JC at the 2 and Russell at the point. But on defense, they had to switch up. And I know a lot of you guys know this because if some of y'all play NBA 2K, in the manual, in the manual, when you do your coaching setting, you can have, your two-guard play defend the point guard. And your point guard defend the small forward, however you want to do, wherever you see the matchup at. And a lot of times, Byron Scott didn't exploit that. Instead of him having JC play the point guard, which most of the point guards are like anywhere from 6 feet to like 6'3", and the shooting guard was anywhere from 6'4" to 6'7", that's where he messed up because he didn't rotate them guys and have JC playing the point guard, playing defense on the point guard, and Russell playing defense on the shooting guard. So I want you guys to pay attention to that, man. Like I said, I really believe that it can work for both of them, but it's just that when we come to the defense, we have to mix and match it up according to our defensive set. What makes it much more convenient for us when we play other teams. Instead of having a 6'4" combo guard playing 6'7" shooting guard, when you got a 6'5" point guard who could play him on defense. Magic Johnson do that all the time. Magic Johnson ain't never played really Isaiah. He would play Joe Dumars. You know what I mean? He would actually play the bigger guard, and Byron Scott will play, Isaiah. Once in a while, Magic and Isaiah will, play against each other. But most of the time, Magic will get the bigger guards. You know what I mean? So it all based about matchups, and that's what that's what Byron Scott didn't exploit. He didn't exploit the matchups. But now we got Luke, and like I said, with the triangle motion offense, that's a lot of ball movement. So you're going to see a lot of scoring with these guys. And that's the beautiful thing. I just want to see them really step up their defense, get in the weight room, do what they got to do, and really work on their game this summer. Because at the end of the day, all the guys need to work on their game. I'm not going to sit there and knock one guy for the other or be biased to one towards the other. And I keep this in mind also. I want to share this, that we need to stop saying that Russell's ceiling is much higher than JC. Because at the end of the day, both of their ceilings are still high. Their ceilings are still high. They both are still learning. You haven't seen the beginning of the game because both of them playing behind Kobe. And most of the time, they were just sitting there waiting for Kobe to do something before they even got off. So we didn't really get to see their game like we wanted to. We got to see flashes of JC game, but that's with his rookie season when he the year before last, when he only played that second half. But we didn't really get to see him under a good system. So now we hopefully get to see them under a good system. We get to see what they're really about. And like I said, just be patient. I really think these two guys will be good as long as we utilize the defensive side the way it's supposed to be played. And you'll probably see JC play better defense if he playing guards more of his height and size instead of playing them big guards that he can't stick. That was just, like I said, bad coaching decision on Byron Scott. So with that being said, guys, much love to y'all. Have a blessed day. Like I said, I just can't wait for the season to start, man. I'm like I said, we don't get nothing to fridge, and it's all good. I think that we got a good nucleus of young guys. We just still got to get a big man. So other than that, Y'all have a blessed day. It's your boy Urban. Take care.